Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Jess Althea's channel. Today we're doing something special. I'll be doing my sister's makeup. So let's get into it, guys. I'm going right ahead to do some swatches of foundation. They're my foundation, so I'm making sure that I have the right shades. So I went in with the NARS. It's the matte, the Radiant Matte Foundation. And then I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario Foundation, as well as MAC Radiance Foundation. And I'm going to try to choose the best shade. I think I went with the MAC Radiance, and I will be mixing that in with the NARS to get the perfect shade. So that's how we started. So I'm gonna go right in with some witch hazel just to clean the face off, clean the swatches off. And yes, we know makeup art is not a must, it's an option. I know that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we know that full well, as the verse says in Psalm 139. So what we're doing is an option. It's not a sin. It's our choice. All right, so let's get right into the makeup. We use a toner to clean the face up, and now we're putting back moisture. I'm going to be using this Pond's moisturizer to bring back moisture to her face and to give it a little bit of a bounce so that the foundation will have somewhere to land and will look nice and skin-like. So next we're going in with primer. It protects the skin. In this instant, it is summertime, so we're going in with the Huda Beauty Blur Primer just to give some mattifying and blurring in certain areas to conceal the pores and to put it in the T-zone so that as she starts to go about her daily routine, the makeup will stay in place and will be sweat proof. We're going to do an extra step. I'm going to pre-shape the brows because this is a difficult task for me, for myself. I don't do this, but just to ensure that I have a canvas or a blueprint for where I will be putting her brows, I'm starting to use some concealer just to pre-shape the brows to create a landmark. You can opt to skip this step if you are doing someone else's makeup and you have some confidence in that aspect, then skip this process. Now we were having beautiful conversations, catching up, as well as talking about the makeup process itself. Now you see me going in with the foundation. I'm putting it on the back of my hand. And like I said, I'll be mixing both brands, the NARS Light Matte. I'll put them in the description box below, as well as the MAC Radiance Foundation. I'm applying it with my fingers, and then I will use the flat brush from Sephora to blend it in. I'm starting to just share it out, and then I will tap in to increase the coverage. Make sure you're hitting the neck so it's nice and seamless as well. Just making sure it's evenly spread on her face, blending it in. Don't be afraid to blend, guys. I'm I'm sharing it out on the forehead because I don't want it to be too heavy. This is a nice, natural, neutral makeup look. Everyday makeup for work. So we're not going heavy, just beautiful, neutral, natural look. I'm now going in with concealer under the eyes, the forehead, and down the nose. I'm using two different brands. Started with the e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. And again, the products will be in the description box below. And then I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Butterscotch. If we were going for a heavier makeup, we would have done some color correcting under the eyes, but this is sufficient because we want it to be nice and light and not cakey. Now we're going in with the contour product, and this is one that I got from my Etsy box. It's Etsy box, and I'm just using it to contour the cheeks, down the nose, and yeah. Next, we're going to move into blending these products in. So watch as I do so. We're blending up on the cheekbones and into the hairline. We don't want to broaden her face. We want it to be nice, cinched, give it a nice shape. The makeup is to accentuate your features and to cover up imperfection if you do have it. But yes, we just love to play in makeup over here. And so, yeah, blend, blend, blend. Now I'm choosing a small angled brush, and that is to do the contour on the nose. So I'm going to be a little bit more precise with that, bringing it up into the eyes just to contour the nose and starting to contour the eyes as well. Now we're going into blending out the contour product, lightly tapping so that it has full coverage. And so we're just lightly tapping it in. Sis here is so afraid of her under eyes, so I had to be careful. So just blend, 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 and until it's sufficiently covered. Now we're using this powder puff just to get rid of the excess product so it's not cakey when we start applying the powder to seal in the cream concealer. So we're just tapping the area just to give a nice even spread. And then we're going with the powders. We're making sure the nasal folds are nicely blended out and just, yeah, like I said, even spread of the product so it doesn't become cakey when I add my loose powder. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder to seal in the concealer in the areas for which we placed it. Again, remember to seal in any cream or liquid products with a powder product so it doesn't slip and slide around on your face. All right, so now we're doing the brows. I've done the first one off camera and we're heading to do the second one. We're just shading in the outline. We did the under aspect, shaded in the under aspect, and now we're going in with hair-like strokes to fill in the brow to make it look as natural as possible and a little bit more boldness because all the makeup product had dullen her brow outline. So we're just creating a more bold brow so that it's more noticeable on her face. Again, hair-like strokes to make it as natural as possible. I'm using the Maybelline Express Brow Pencil to do this process, and then I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hill Brow Gel just to seal the brow hairs in place. All right, we're going to add bronzer over the contour product, and it will also help to reduce that obvious line of demarcation where the concealer ended and the contour product started. So we're going to just warm back up her face and blend upwards and then into the hairline like we discussed before, just to make her face nice, warm, a natural blush flushed looking face. We don't want the face to look flat, so we're bringing back the warmth to her face. Don't mind the raggedy do-rag. You'll see the reveal of the braids that I did. Yes, they're not salon perfect, but I did a marvelous job in doing her hair as well. And we're going to seal all the powder products in place with this spray. It has Hydra Boost with some hyaluronic acid and aloe just to melt the powder products so that they look more seamless and yes, less ashy. I'm gonna contour the nose again with the bronzer product, just sealing in the cream contour we had placed before, and just to create a more structured looking nose, bringing it into the lids of the eye just to start doing the eyeshadow process. Put it over the entire lid on the outer V because like I said, We're starting with the eyeshadow process. We're going to be going in with our Maybelline palette to do a beautiful eyeshadow look. Not Maybelline, I believe it was a Morphe palette that I used. My apologies. And remember, guys, I am not a makeup artist. I am not an MUA. I'm just a girl who loves makeup. And whoever visits and want their makeup done, I just indulge. I love playing in makeup. I love the transformation of it. Sometimes I do a good job, sometimes not. But I think I did a great job today. So, yeah. All right, let's get the makeup done. We're using the Neutral Wonder by Morphe. And so we're going to go in and darken the outer V. And then we're going to do a nice purpley mauve lid that matches the shirt she's in with a nice iridescent, is that the word? Put it on the screen, shade. Iridescent? We just created the outer V with a dark brown shade. And then I wet the mauve shade and did the lids. All right, now let's go in with some blush. I'm using this Fenty blush. It's a nice mauvey pink blush that helps to just warm back up the face, bring some life and light and color into the face. So we're just tapping it top the cheeks and we brought it all the way up to the side of the forehead just to give it a nice cohesive look. Just a light dusting. We're not blush blind over here. Just giving some life to the face. Flushed cheeks. If you guys have any questions, list them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer any questions you have as much as I know, or I'll do the research and give you a response. We're now going in with the overall setting powder from Rare Beauty. I'm just putting it all over the face, especially where no powders were placed, using it also to do a slight reverse contour just to give the face a little bit more cinch. And yeah, feeling all the cream products in, just brushing everything so it looks nice and seamless. I love this product. It is just nice and light. It doesn't give you a cakey finish, just a beautiful dusting. All right, now we're going in with Base Fix from Revolution just to seal all the products in place and to further melt all the powder products down. Use a fan just to expedite the process of drying that product down. We're going to go and put mascara on very awkwardly. We're using the Milani Lash Extension. It's a tubing mascara. It's a beautiful product. Highly recommended. Again, guys, I'm not an MUA. So, yeah, I'm learning. All right, we're going to go into lips next. We're going to be outlining her lips. Not sure which product I use, but I'll list it in the description box below. So we went in, outlined her lips, and then, it was a Milani pencil. And then I went in with my Maybelline liquid lip in a light blush pink color. We're not just going around the lips, we're bringing in it just a little bit so that we have somewhat of a contoured lip, not just a outline of the external aspect, but we brought it in just a little bit and then added the lip color. We then went in with a little bit of gloss from Tarte just to complete the lip look. So now we're going in with a little bit of translucent powder just to further highlight under the eyes, just to make it pop a little bit, and just to clean up some areas around the eyeshadow to make it a little bit more crisp. And this is a finished look, guys. What are your thoughts? Let's do a full reveal. Ta-da! Hair and makeup done by Jess Althea. All right, guys, what are your thoughts? This is the full makeup look. Nice, neutral, natural, everyday look on my sister. Yes, look at it from side to side. I think I did a pretty good job for not being an MUA. What's up? Yay! All right, guys, I hope you like this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe to Jess Althea's channel for more makeup look on mature women like myself, 50 and over, who are experiencing menopause. We know that we're fearfully and wonderfully made. We're working on the outside as well as the inside. So yes, guys, let's enjoy life and give thanks to God. We're in every day for all that we have. So again, please do like, share, and subscribe. Drop your comments below what you think of this look. And until next time, bye guys. At this time, Mom entered the chat. So yeah, we were just doing different looks, taking pictures, doing thumbnail, all the things. Again, I hope you enjoy, and yeah, just great to have fun with family, and this was a treat for me as well. So until next time, again, we say goodbye. Please do like, share, and subscribe to Jess Althea's channel for more videos. Bye, guys.